If you're watching from a cell phone or a laptop, make sure that you orient your mat so that the short edge is facing me. If you're watching from an Oculus, hold down the home button and it should reorient for you. We're going to go ahead and start laying on the back. Go ahead and take your feet about as wide as the mat here, knees point up, and then just let them fall in, starting in constructive rest. Your arms can be down by your sides, out in a T, or across your chest if you'd like. Begin to settle into your space here and just find the breath. Option to soften the gaze or close the eyes if that calls to you. Or you can keep the eyes open and gaze up at the sky. As you find your breath here, let your body sink into the mat. Nice and soft and calm. From here, we're going to deepen the breath a little bit, so seal the lips. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. And there's a slight narrow of the throat as you breathe. Try to find a steady rhythm of inhales and exhales. Sink into the mat a little deeper with every exhale. As you breathe, feel your connection points to the mat, the whole foot, maybe a part of your hand or arm if that's on the floor, your back, shoulders, and the base of the skull. We'll be here for 2 more cycles of breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and bring both knees into the chest. Continue on with that breath cycle throughout all of class. You can rock a little side to side here. Give the lower back a little massage. And then you're going to extend that left leg long out in front of you. Bring the right a little deeper into the chest. Slightly rotate so that the knee is pointing towards the armpit. And then take a half happy baby. So you can grab a peace finger bind around the big toe and then pull that knee in towards the armpit. Nice and gentle, since we are just starting class here. If it's a little too much, you always have the option to grab the shin. Try to flex that front foot. Both hips stay on the mat. Bring the knee back to center and then gently twist it over to the left side. Finding an easy supine twist early on here. Right arm gazes over to the right side. Maintain the breath. And then gently come back through to center. Bring that right knee into the chest one more time. And then extend long, switch out the legs. Left knee comes into the chest to start. Right leg is long. Nice and gentle to begin with here. Try to keep the lower back on the mat. Open up slightly towards the armpit and then take half happy baby on the other side. Once again, option to grab for the big toe or along the shin. Find a little movement here if that feels good, but try to keep the hips stationary. Bring the knee back into the chest and then cross it over to the right side. Left arm extends out, gaze follows. You can let gravity do the work here. If you want a little more, you can gently press onto that top leg. Come back through to center. Bring both knees into the chest. And then give yourself a little rock and roll the length of the mat, nice and gentle. And when you're ready, cross the legs and then step through to find tabletop. In tabletop position here, spread the fingers nice and wide. Wrists are right underneath the shoulders, knees are right underneath the hips. Really press into the mat with the shins and the tops of the feet. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze forward for cow. Exhale, hollow out, press the floor away for cat. Inhale, cow, and exhale, cat. Take this a few more times at the pace of your own breath. Find any movements that feel good here. You can maintain this regular cat-cow, or you can shift around a little bit. Maybe find a little circle, stretching out the wrists. If you go one way, make sure you go the other. We'll have about 2 more cycles of breath here, and then we'll meet in a neutral spine. Find your neutral spine. Crown of the head reaches towards the top of the mat. Tailbone reaches back. Take your right foot and extend it long behind you. Toes are on the mat to start. Then lift that heel. Leg is long, lots of energy going out of the heel. You can stay here, or if you want a little more balance challenge, lift the left arm off the mat. Keep the core engaged. Belly button is in towards your spine. Work the balance. You can stay here, or if you'd like a little more stretch, bring that arm back to meet the foot, and then open up the chest. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower back the way you came, and find tabletop. Moving into the other side. Left leg extends long, toes start on the ground. Lift the heel up. Nice long line of energy. Option to stay here or lift the right arm. If you're working the balance here, lots of energy comes out of the fingertips as well. Keep the shoulders down and away from the ears. If you took the stretch on the other side, go ahead and reach back for the foot and arch now. Open the shoulder. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Gently release the way you came and lower down. We'll move through that a little more quickly each side once more. Right side, lift up. Option to grab the foot. We're here for 3, 2, 1, and lower. Right away, left side. Lift the heel up, arm extends. Grab for the foot. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Come back through your tabletop. Tuck the toes underneath you, and then just press back, sit onto the heels for a modified child's pose. Head stays long and off the mat. Really spread the fingers wide here and press into the hands so you feel a stretch on the top of the feet and the bottom of the feet. We're here for 1 more breath. And then on your next inhale, lift the hips up, press back, downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet here, bend one leg and then the other. Really slide the scapula down the back. Lots of space between the shoulders and the ears. Fingers are spread wide. Really press into the fingertips and the knuckles and the palms. Heels drive down as the hips drive up. Core is engaged. Inhale, gaze at your hands. Exhale, walk up to the top of the mat and hang heavy for Ragdoll Pose. Take as generous a bend in the knees as you'd like and find a little sway. You can grab opposite elbows, connect behind the base of the skull, or have the hands hanging heavy. Allow for some movement here and a little mobility. Come to stillness. Bend the left knee, place the left hand down right in front of that foot, and then open the right arm up towards the sky for a little twist. Right arm reaches up towards the sky, right leg is straight. Place the hand back down, other side. Bend into the right foot. Left reaches up towards the sky. One more time each side, switching over, bend into the left, reach up, See if you can shine the heart forward. And switch it out. Right side. Lift up on the left. And place the hands down. Drop the neck, hang here for just one more moment. And then bend the knees, roll up one vertebra at a time. Head is last to arrive. Bring the big toes to touch, small space between the heels. We'll move into sun salutations. Bend the knees, gaze up, extended mountain. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to the shins. Pause here for a moment. Long line of energy out of the crown of the head. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees, raise the arms, gaze up. Exhale, hands through heart center, and then down to your side, Tadasana. Once again, bend the knees, gaze up. Exhale, swan dive forward this time to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot back, keep the knee lifted, and lift up to high crescent. Make sure that front knee is right over top of the ankle. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Reach through the crown of the head and down through the tailbone. On your inhale, gently place that back knee down. Untuck the toes. Low lunge. Inhale, baby back bend. Cactus the arms. Exhale, right back up. Inhale, baby back bend. And exhale, up. One more time. Baby back bend. Inhale. Exhale, up. Place the hands by the front foot. Take that right leg and rotate it to the right long side of the mat. Left leg extends long. Lift the left arm up, modified side plank. Gaze is up past your fingertips. Long side body. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Rotate back to the long side of the mat and hold high plank. Lift that back knee up. Activate the core here. Try to keep the pelvis in line. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees, lower the chest, lower the chin. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift up, low cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze at the hands. Exhale, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees, root to rise, gaze up, extended mountain. Exhale, hands through heart center and down to your side. Moving to the other side, bend the knees, gaze up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Step the left foot back, keep the knee lifted, lift the body up, high crescent. Find your stability in this balance. Lots of energy coming out of that back leg. Fire it up. Ribs are closed, core is engaged. Gently lower the back knee. Untuck the back toes for low lunge. Left hip drives forward as the right drives back. Inhale, baby back bend, cactus the arms. Exhale, extend long, find space. Inhale, back. And exhale, top. One last time. Inhale, baby back bend. Exhale, bring everything up. Place the hands down by the foot. This time, place that left foot, rotate it to the long side of the mat. Right steps out long for a modified side plank on the other side. Find lots of length here out of that extended leg. Imagine you can touch the ceiling or the sky or the trees. Return back through to high plank. Lift that left knee up. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees, lower the chest, lower the chin. Inhale, press up, low cobra or up dog, lift the thighs. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll have 2 breaths together here. Inhale. exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, gaze at the hands. Exhale, bend the knees, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees, root to rise, gaze up, extended mountain. Exhale, hands through heart center, and then down to your side, Tadasana. We'll move into Sun B. Inhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Big toes to touch or a space between the heels. If you need a little more space, you're always welcome to take hips distance apart between the feet. Raise the heart up. Sit the hips back. Think of the muscles right above your glutes driving down. Bring the hands to heart center and then gently twist over to the left. Right elbow hooks onto the left thigh. Really press the hands together here, nice and active. See if you can keep the heart above the hips. Come back through center and then twist to the other side. Extend the spine long, rotate the chest up towards the sky. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Last moment here in regular chair and then forward fold. Walk the feet out about hips distance or wider and take a peace finger bind around the big toes, Padangustasana. Let the head hang heavy and let the lower back release. Again, bend the knees as much as feels good here. Maybe it's a lot, maybe it's a little today. Meet your body where it's at. Shake your head yes and no, and then yes again. Always end on positivity. Release the peace fingers and then slide the hands right underneath the soles of the feet for Padangustasana. Continue with the hang forward, body's nice and heavy. And then you can give your palms a little massage with your toes, like you're kneading bread or you're a little cat. Release the hands, walk the toes back together. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Bend the knees, root to rise, gaze up, extended mountain. Right away, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Place the hands down, step the feet back, high plank. Option to continue with lowering the knees, chest, chin, or moving into Chaturanga. Inhale, shift the weight forward, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. We're here for a breath. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step that leg through the hands, rotate the back heel down, lift the body up to Warrior 1. Now in this Warrior 1, if you need a little more space in the hips, you're always welcome to take a wider stance. This feels better in my body. Maybe it will in yours. Think of the hip points driving forward. Spine is long. On your inhale, rotate open to the long side of the mat for Warrior 2. The knee is right over top of the ankle, slightly pressing out. Roll the shoulders up and back. Find some stability here. See if you can sink a little deeper. Take that right hand and place it behind you towards the hip crease of the left leg. Inhale, flip the front palm and reverse your warrior, half bind. Lift the body up, release the bind, right back, Warrior 2. Hold for a moment. Now from this Warrior 2, rotate that back foot so that you're back to high crescent. Both hip points pointing forward. Gaze up. And reach the hands down. Place the hands by the back foot, or by the front foot, excuse me. Step the back foot in for pyramid pose. Now again, you can take a little wider stance if that feels good. See if you can have both toes pointing towards the front of the mat or the back foot slightly open. Always option to bend that front leg if it's a little too much. Option to come up to blocks if you have them, or your fingertips. Keep the spine long. See if you can lengthen with every inhale and deepen with every exhale. On your next exhale, slide that foot back, step back, and then move through your vinyasa. Always option to skip it. Down dog is where we'll meet. Upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step it through. Rotate the back heel down, lift the body up, warrior one. See if you can really shine the hip points forward a little more. Energy coming out of the knife edge of that back foot. Rotate open to the long side of the mat, warrior two. I'll face you here. Look down, make sure you can see your big toes. Make sure the shoulders are right over top of hips. Roll the shoulders up and back. Take the left hand now, place it into the right hip crease behind the back. Flip the front palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, come back through, release the bind, warrior two. Go ahead and rotate that back foot in to face the front. We're here for high crescent. Really work the ribs closed. Belly button is in towards the spine. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, place the hands down. Slide that back foot in just a bit here and move into pyramid on the other side. Once again, that back foot can be pointing forward or slightly rotated out, whatever is more comfortable for your body here. Take whichever level you need to feel the stretch along the back of the leg. Really drive energy into the floor and lengthen the spine. On your next exhale, slide that foot back, step back through high plank, and then move through your vinyasa, lower chaturanga to upward facing dog, and back to downward facing dog. Nice work, everyone. Inhale together, and exhale together. One more time, inhale together. Exhale through the mouth this time, sigh it out. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, step it through the hands. Right away, lower that back heel, lift up warrior two. Now we've been in this warrior before. See if you can find a little more stability and a little more grounding here. Reach the hands a little further. Spread the fingers wide. Place the left hand down onto the left thigh. Swing the right arm up and over, moving into extended side angle. Really rotate the chest up towards the sky. And then keep as little weight as possible in that bottom arm. Feel the length along the side body and feel the obliques engaged. We're here for one more breath. And then press the body back up, warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Walk the back foot in about a footprint. Moving into triangle pose. Shift the hips to the back. Reach forward and long. And then down towards that bottom ankle, Trikonasana. Really open up the chest. Keep little to no weight once again in that bottom foot. If you need to, you can always hang on to the ankle. Core is still engaged. Come back to your breath. Now on your next inhale, reach that right arm up to the sky so much that it lifts your body all the way up. And then rotate the left toes to the long side of the mat. Hands are up towards the sky. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, gentle swan dive forward into wide fold. Move nice and slow. Hands come below the shoulders at the mat. Now hang heavy here. You can take a couple movements that feel good. Maybe you want to bend into one leg and then the other. Have a little moment of free time here. Find what feels good in your body. Today for me, that's a little sway side to side. On your next exhale, bend into the left knee, rotate to the front of the mat into runner's lunge. Take a moment in this runner's lunge here and come up to the fingertips. Keep the spine long. Lots of energy coming out of opposite ends. Beautiful. Now gently see if you can lift off the fingertips and then bring the arms back to airplane arms. Slightly rotated forward, about 45 degrees. We're just here for 3, 2, and 1. Place the hands down, step back, move through your version of vinyasa. In Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take 2 breaths together. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step it through right away. Lower the back heel, warrior 2. Nice and long limbs. Gaze is far past that middle finger. Really strong and steady. Feel the roots in your toes and your heels as you sink a little lower. Take the right hand, place it onto the right thigh this time, and then swing the left arm up for extended side angle other side. Find lots of length. Gaze is up if that's accessible to you. Keep the core nice and active, and then see if you can lift a little weight out of that bottom arm. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Lift the body up, warrior 2. From here, we'll move into Trikonasana, other side. Straighten that front leg. Step the back foot in, just a footprint. Shift the hips back and reach forward, triangle pose. Gaze is up and long. Really try to keep the obliques active here. Spine is long. In these moments where we're opening up towards the sky, it can be a little difficult to come back to the breath. So really try to focus on that here. Make sure both legs are engaged and active, firing up the bottom half of the body. On your next inhale, reach the left arm up so high that the body lifts up nice and long. Rotate the right toes. Inhale, gaze up. And exhale, wide leg forward fold. I'll face you here. Now, once again, in this wide-legged forward fold, take any movements that feel good to you. Maybe that's something different this time around. If you took a little bend in the knees, maybe you clasp the hands and sway side to side. Maybe you just find some stillness. Always an option to grab for the opposite foot and twist open. If you take anything on one side, make sure you take it on the other. Come back to center. Bend into that right knee this time. Rotate to the top of the mat into runner's lunge. From here, lift up to the fingertips. Really engage that supporting leg here. Activate the hamstring. Long spine. Now see if you can lift the body up. Bring the arms behind you into airplane. Palms face down. Squeeze the triceps together. Keep the core engaged. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Place the hands down, step back, and then move through your vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale again and exhale. Inhale, gaze at the hands. Exhale, bend the knees, and then jump through to a comfortable seat. From here, we're going to go ahead and extend the legs long in front of you. I'll face you. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead. Exhale, reach forward into a forward fold. Try to keep the spine long as you can. And when you can no more, then you can drop the head. Always an option to bend the knees here as much as you need. You can reach the hands for the toes, the ankles, maybe the elbows touch, or maybe you're up a little higher, and that's okay as well. Release any tension. Maybe find a little sway side to side, whatever feels good for you. Now from here, bend that right foot in to a half tree pose while seated. And then reach for the left. Keep that forward fold. And now you're feeling the stretch along the back of the left leg. Inhale, walk the body up. Take that right knee into the chest. The foot is down onto the mat. Left arm twists across, hooks on the outside of the knee. Place the right hand behind your seat for a twist. On every inhale, grow a little taller. And every exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to center, and then you're just going to do a little counter twist. So the right hand comes to the inside. A little twist. And then go ahead and release that foot down, back in front of you. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Moving to the other side, take that left foot in to a half tree, nice and gentle. Reach over the right foot. Feel the stretch along the right leg this time. Try to flex the toes a lot if you can. Drop the head. And find a little movement if you like. Walk the body up. Bring that left knee up towards the sky. Sole of the foot is on the mat. Right arm twists across the left knee. Left hand comes behind the seat for a twist. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, twist. Try to keep that other leg active. Inhale. And exhale, twist. Come back through center for a little counter twist. Left elbow comes to the inside of the left thigh. And then bring the leg out. Let that go. Last moment here in this little forward fold. Walk the body up. And we're going to move into a practice of lotus or half lotus. So there's many variations of this, and go to which is accessible for you. But we're going to start here, starting with the right foot. You can keep the left extended long. Take the top of the foot, and you're going to try to place it into the hip crease. Now this might not be accessible to you, and that's okay. If you want to work on getting a little more mobility, you can grab the foot with the elbow pit and give it a little rock side to side. If the half lotus is accessible to you, go ahead there now. Gently press the right knee towards the mat. Sit up tall. If you're okay in half lotus and you want to go a little deeper, you're going to bring that other leg in and then place the top of the left foot into the hip crease on the right side. So this might be a lot and you'll feel the stretch. Just take a moment to breathe here. If you're in full lotus, you can bring the hands to heart center and take a few breaths. On your next exhale, gently release whichever variation you're in, and we'll bring those legs right back out in front of you. Give them a little shake for a moment, and then we'll move to the other side. So bring the left foot in. Again, if you can't reach half lotus, you can go ahead and grab like a little baby and just rock the leg here. If it's accessible, you can place the top of the left foot into the hip crease on the right side. Gently press down onto the knee, avoiding any pain, but feel the stretch. If this is accessible to you and you want to go a little deeper into full lotus, bring that right foot in and then cross onto the other hip crease. Notice how the sides might feel a little different. That's okay. You might be able to do one and not the other. No worries, just notice it and then let it go. If you're in half lotus, you can bring the hands to heart center and take a few breaths. Find grounding through the hips. Find length through the crown of the head. When you're done here, release gently out of whichever version you're in. And then just go ahead and give the hips and the knees a little wag side to side here. And then gently lower down onto the back. From here, we're gonna do a couple bridges, and this will kind of give a little extension into the hip flexors here. So place the hands down by the sides, heels are in towards the glutes. Inhale, roll the pelvis up one vertebra at a time until you reach the top. Activate the glutes, activate the hamstrings. See if you can press into the heels. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Lower down one vertebra at a time. One more time in bridge here. Inhale, press up one vertebra at a time until you get to the top. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Really press the hips a little higher. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. And then go ahead and take the soles of the feet together, knees out wide, laying on your back for Supta Baddha Konasana. Hands can come to the belly, or to the thighs, or to your side. Find that deep breath here. See if you can breathe a little more three-dimensionally into the front and the back body. Gently place the hands on the outside of the thighs. Bring them together and then bring the knees into the chest and then do a little rock side to side. Massage the lower back. Maybe you want to do a few knee circles in one direction and then the other. Make sure you even out. And when you're done there, we'll find some stillness. Knees into the chest. Extend the left leg long once again. Right knee is into the chest. From here, straighten that right leg up as much as you can, grabbing for the ankle, the shin, or behind the thigh. Flex the front foot. Now from here, you can stay in this parallel stretch, or if you want to open the hip up a little more, you can take it out to the side and then pull in a little deeper. You can play around here with the flex and point, or you can hang steady. We're just here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower that extended leg all the way down, and then bring the left knee in. On this side, go ahead and extend the left leg up. Grab for ankle, shin, or thigh. If you decided to open the hip up a little more on the other side, go ahead and do that here now. Take it slightly, rotate it out, and then pull it in. You can flex and point, or roll the ankle. Your choice here. Always option to bend the leg. Keep that leg that's extended long in front of you nice and active. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Bring the leg forward and lower it down slowly for 3, 2, and 1. Bring both knees into your chest and take full happy baby. You can grab for the outside of the feet or the big toes or the shins. Roll around side to side. Last little bit of work on those hips here. Enjoy the last little bit of this view here of the trees and the leaves as you find some comfort in slowing down. Go ahead and release that. Bring the knees into the chest. One last little bit of effort here. Bring the shoulders up, squeeze everything into a tight little ball. Activate every muscle in your body for 3, 2, and 1. Release everything out long in front of you. Let the legs fall open, the arms fall open. You can soften the gaze or close the eyes as we find our way into Shavasana, our final resting pose. Now in this pose, really try to release any tension, especially in the hips here. Did some work on the hips in that lotus. So try to let it fall away. Let the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. And then relax the space in between your eyebrows. No pressure in the temple whatsoever. Release the jaw. Let the collarbones fall out wide. We'll be here in this Shavasana for the next couple minutes. I'll let you know when it's time to come back. Begin to find some movements in the fingertips and the toes. Maybe the wrists and the ankles. Reach the arms overhead for a nice long body stretch. And then when you're ready, roll over to your favorite side into fetal position, using your bicep as a pillow. And then just hang here for a moment and allow yourself some time to reset. When you're ready, gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Keep the eyes soft or closed and bring the hands to heart center. Thank you for allowing me to guide you in this practice today, and thank yourself for showing up. The light in me deeply appreciates the light in all of you. We'll bring the hands to forehead center, and with gratitude, we bow forward. Thank you all for joining me today. If you liked what you saw, please give us a like on the Yogistream Facebook page. We'll see you next time. Thank you.